Hello my friends and welcome to Paulina Art. Today we're going to be doing the first Christmas painting of the season, these pretty poinsettias. It might be a little bit early, but I want to give you lots of time to do your Christmas paintings. I love poinsettias. I'm a little bit obsessed with them. I paint a lot of them during the Christmas season. In this video, I'm going to show you how to sketch and paint your poinsettias. If you would like to see how I created this pretty Christmas painting, stay with me and let's paint together. Today, I'm working on 11 by 14 oil and acrylic paper, and I have prepared my surface with a coat of black gesso. If you don't have gesso, you can use acrylic paint, and if you don't like black, you can use any other dark color of your preference. Today, I'm working with my Mont Marte Signature acrylic paint. I purchased it recently, and I want a chance to play with it. You can use any acrylic paint you have at home. I'm using white chalk, and I'm going to start by dividing my surface in the middle, approximately, and this way too. This way I have 4 quadrants of approximately the same size. Okay, I'm going to place my poinsettias in here. My first poinsettia is going to be facing this way, and it's going to take part of this quadrant and this quadrant. My second poinsettia is going to be facing this way, and the third one is going to be facing this way. My poinsettias are going to be different sizes to make the composition more interesting. And my star, my Christmas star, is going to be right here. For the Christmas star, I'm just going to draw a line. I'm going to make a cross, and then I'm going to do a line going this way and one this way. If you don't want to start here, you can do a moon if you prefer. But because this is a Christmas painting, I want the star. I'm going to do another Christmas poinsettia painting with a moon later on. Okay, let's start sketching our poinsettias. I'm going to start with an oval. This is going to be the top part of my poinsettia. And I'm going to add larger ovals. This is going to be the second layer of petals. And my third layer. And I can add a fourth layer. These ovals get wider and larger. Let's do this one. Here's my first oval. Here's my second one. And my third one. And this one, we're going to do an oval this way. And a larger oval. These layers represent the different layers of leaves the poinsettia have. The poinsettia looks like a beautiful flower, but it's really a plant with many leaves. Okay, let's start with the center. The center of my poinsettia is going to be here, and here for this one, and here for this one. And I'm going to start drawing the petals. coming from my first oval. I want to add some movement to my petals. And I'm going to do larger petals on my second oval. The petals get larger. And I don't want them hanging like this on the oval. I want them with some energy coming out. And the petals get larger. This is going to be another petal here. Okay, we're going to do the same with this one. We're going to add the petals, which are really leaves. So I'm going to be calling them petals or leaves. The petals get larger and larger as we go to the bottom. Okay, we can add some smaller leaves too. And maybe one up here. Okay, my friends, looks a little bit crazy at the moment, but trust me, it's going to look amazing when we're done. I have here a Midin angle brush number 7. I am using my Folk Art blending gel. It's always a good idea to have some kind of acrylic medium to make the paint flow the way you want it to. I'm going to pick up some of my blending gel, and I'm going to pick up my green and some yellow just to make it lighter. And I'm going to apply green in this area very loosely. I'm going to go with my brush like this. It's okay if I go over some of my petals. Okay, we're gonna wait for this to dry a little bit. Okay, my friends, you can actually even do this before you sketch your flowers. Actually, that would have been a good idea, but that's okay. We can go back and retrace some of our leaves. It doesn't matter. We want this to be a little bit of a loose painting, not so worrisome. With the same angle brush, I'm going to pick up just a tad of my blending gel. I'm going to add some yellow on the toe and some green at the heel. I'm going to blend these two colors. And I'm going to add some white at the toe and more green at the heel. And I'm going to start doing the bottom leaves. The bottom leaves of the poinsettia are green. And I'm going to do the top part with a light color. There's many kinds of leaves, but I'm going to keep mine very simple. I'm just wiggling my brush to create half of the leaf, and I'm constantly loading my brush with paint. With my brush loaded with the colors in the opposite way, I'm going to do the other side of the leaf. Okay, our green leaves are done. We're going to start painting the color leaves of the poinsettia. Now you can choose any color you want because poinsettias come in many colors. They can be in pinks, yellows, purples. For my poinsettias today, just to keep it simple, I'm going to use white and red. I already have some blending gel on my brush. I'm also going to add a drop of blue with the red, just to make them more interesting. I'm going to start painting the larger petals the same way I did the green ones. I'm doing the top part first. With the brush loaded the opposite way, I'm going to do the other side of the petal or leaf of the poinsettia. As my poinsettia leaves get smaller, I'm going to use a smaller angle brush. I'm going to move to a Medine number 6, and I'm going to paint the leaves exactly the same way. Okay, my friends, most of my leaves are done. At this point, I'm looking at the painting and reassessing. And I'm going to add the odd green leaf just to break down a little bit the pink. I'm going to add one in here where I see a little bit of a gap. It doesn't matter if there's gaps, but I'm going to add a green one in here just to break it down a little bit. I'm going to add a green one in here. And you decide where you want your leaves to be. The main thing is to have fun with the colors. And now I'm going to finish all the small upper leaves of my poinsettia. All my poinsettia leaves are done. While this dries, let's do these smaller branches we have here. With my smaller angle brush, the Medine number 6, I have the green at the toe and yellow and white at the heel. And with this, I'm going to do the branch. And I'm going to do the petal just by pressing my brush. Just like that. With a round brush, I'm going to pick up some green. And I'm going to create the center of my poinsettia just by dabbing the green like this. And I'm going to do it in the oval shape that I have sketched already with my chalk. I'm going to dab some yellow. And I'm going to add some red and white, the same color I use for the leaves. And I can even dab a little bit of white just at the top to give them more light. Not overdoing it. Okay, the poinsettias are done. We're going to do our star now. And I'm going to use the same small angle brush. You can use a liner brush if you prefer, but I find this angle brush is going to work well for me. I have the white on my angle brush, and I'm just going to press my little finger in there so I have support on my hand, and I'm just going to do a line. Just like that. Now I'm going to do the same across. You can add a little point at the end if you like. And then we're going to do the same going this way and this way. And if you want, you can add some little lines in here. And if you're not happy with something, you can clean it up with a damp brush. You can do this and it's going to come out because you have already primed your canvas with paint. I'm going to add some stars to my sky, and to do that I'm picking up a brush that has a very small thin handle, and with the handle of my brush I'm going to pick up some white, remove the excess, and I'm just going to dab my stars in the sky randomly. And if I'm not happy with some of the stars, I can clean it up with a Q-tip. Once your painting is completely dry, with a dry brush, we can sweep away our chalk marks that are left behind. Okay, my friends. Our pretty poinsettias, our first Christmas painting of the season is done. I hope you enjoy this painting as much as I enjoy doing it. If you would like to support my channel, you can do so with a coffee. I'm going to leave a link to my coffee page. If you like this video, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss any future content from me. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one.